Wow, that was cool. I liked it. Well, that was our intermission. Thanks for sticking around. Anyway.
I'm gonna get a beer.
Come on. So the next thing I wanted to talk about. Yeah, another round of that too.
Oh, you want one? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll keep it going. Don't worry. We got this.
Play it. What do you got?
Please. So today, while I was en route in work, when I was working, had to get up, go to college.
Get up and go to college.
College. Oh, I don't have control over it, so it's just gonna go forever.
I'll get that shit all nice.
So I was over in Brentwood area near the Monet, and I texted a young man over here about what the address was for the O.J. Zimzind, Nicole Brown Zimzind, and Ron Goldman site, the murder site. And I know it's really dark and stuff, but I was there, and I just watched the episode last night, the most recent, which you're not caught up on, but you know everything about that entire situation, so I don't need a spoiler alert. But I was in the neighborhood and I was like, all right, let me just find out where this is and just drive by it and check it out and see what's going on. So from everything I've seen, it looks like it hasn't changed at all. The only thing is what you said, they didn't have the number 875 visible anywhere. It was like between 877 and really 871.
Betwixt?
And it's like right on this weird curve, and it's all grown over with ivy, and it's just really like, it's like this sketchy little pocket of an entryway. And as I'm looking at it, I literally got the chills. Seriously, I got the chills because I was like, this is crazy, man. That's where like American history changed right there. Isn't that crazy, dude? That you can, that obviously because we live here and we can go to all these different, like, famous locations and stuff.
Murder scenes.
Dude, that blew my mind because I'm sitting there and I'm like, first of all, 2 people were brutally murdered right there.
Brutally
But when
butchered.
when you live in Baltimore, that's everywhere. Like everywhere you go,
Yeah,
someone was shot to death there. Oh, someone was stabbed there.
I mean,
But this is different, though.
This
you know
was,
what I mean?
the brutality of this was pretty miserable, and I think, I'm glad you mentioned Ron Gold. You at least mentioned Ron Goldman because
You have to.
Because a lot of times he gets forgotten in this conversation, and I think I've said it before, but dude could have walked away, could have ran away, and said, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." That's her husband, or whoever it was, or whatever,
Or some dude in a black ski mask.
But think about that, dude. Do you think Ron Goldman would have attacked OJ if he was like, I recognize that that's OJ trying to like grab her? I don't know I think he'd be more hesitant because he's like, that's his like.
Well, I think the story isn't what that one guy said, that like the coroner guy or whatever, isn't what he said that Ron Goldman started to attack the attacker after she'd already been stabbed a bunch of times because it happened really quick.
That's what he says, but they don't know. I mean, how can you know for sure?
Look, if the person, let's leave OJ's name out of it because we still, you know what I mean?
The killer.
He was proven innocent in a court. Well, he was found innocent in a court of law. I wouldn't say innocent. I'd say not guilty.
No, he was found not guilty.
He was found not guilty, but. And the semantics matter in legalese. We can just ask.
Legal.
We can just ask any of our lawyer friends. We got a bunch of them now.
They acquitted him.
Yep, he was acquitted, and
acquitted.
Asshole.
I mean, the guy was a jerk. Describing.
That sounds really good, and that is a perfect, accurate description of a one Quizzy.
Quizzy.
Hey, Quizzy, if you're listening, what the fuck, man? Why are you listening to our podcast
There's
and
no
not
way.
even thanksing?
He's not thanksing on this podcast.
He's not thanksing at all.
I wish he was. I wish him the best. I really do. But I have a feeling I'll never hear from him again.
Who, Quizzy?
Mr. Quizzy.
What if he, just because you called him Quizzy so much, what if he just it warped him and now he's like the manager for Quiznos?
The Quizzinos. The Quizzinos. Hey, Quizino.
He just opened up a franchise and he added
franchiser.
a Y right between the Z and the N. Quizzinos.
Quizzinos? Oh yeah, because Quizzy knows.
Yeah, just Quizzinos.
Quizzy knows.
Well, at any rate. It was crazy, man. Have you been over there?
Yeah, I've seen it. I remember when I first moved here. like within the first 2 weeks of moving here, I met this girl at this party of it was like a porn star party or something. It was like it was really random. It was on, I guess it was Labor Day. So I moved here in like mid-August of 2010, and my next door neighbor was this fucking really cool dude and his girlfriend. And the guy was like he had his own business, and it was like like a concierge.
Where this was by the airport, that place, right?
Oh no, I mean
this is when you moved here.
Yeah,
okay.
Here in LA, in Hollywood.
I got you.
And he knocks on my door and he's like, "Hey, you want to go to a pool party?" And I was like, "Yeah."
You're like, "That's why I moved out here. That's
Cool.
what I thought you guys do all the time."
I was like, "Yeah, I'm cute with that."
We do. We actually do. We all have pool parties.
That's all
weekly,
it is.
Bi-week, tri-weekly.
I have literally not been to one pool party since.
I've been to literally one pool party.
Yeah.
Actually, two. That's not true. I was gonna go the other way with that. Literally only one.
You go to the beach.
I've been invited to numerous, honestly, and it is a thing. People do have pool parties.
Beach bonfires and all that shit. Though that's a lot of.
That's too far away.
Well, that's cute though. But at any rate, faggin.
Well, at any rate.
So anyway, so I go and and we're driving over there and they're like, "Hey, like, where are you from again? Like, are you gonna be cool with like if there's like people who are involved in the pornographic industry or something?" Like they said something like really like polite.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, dude, are you serious?" I was like, "Are you serious? Yeah, hell yeah! Like, I'm interested to meet these people because, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what all I think of is Boogie Nights, which is probably the best movie ever made. But
exactly.
That's that's an episode in itself.
We almost did that earlier.
Yeah, we
never got into it.
That's going to be the thing.
We should just do an episode where we specifically dissect the movie Boogie Nights.
I would love to.
Let's do it, just randomly.
All right. Well, that'll be as an extra. That'll be a bonus, nice, and overtime, nice, or whatever. That might be a triple overtime.
Next on Sportstronauts.
On Google facings. So anyways, I go to this party. It's super cool. They got like a DJ. It's in this house in the Hollywood Hills. You can see all of LA. There's all these chicks in like ridiculously skimpy bikinis.
So every like rap video and every like
it was like exactly
stereotypical
like that. And they were cooking
thing
burgers, and the house was just like impeccable.
And everything was in slow motion.
Yeah, and so but I was like, how is this like? Why are there like why? How does everybody know each other? Like, or what's going on? And they're like, oh, this guy who has this house, he's like an investment banker. He's like 28 years old, and he's like got all this money, and it's his place, but he lives most of the time in New York. But he rents it out for all these like shoots, like porn shoots, filming and doing the whole deal there.
That just sounds funny. Porn shoots.
The porn shoots. I believe
Hi,
do you have any shoots?
Do you have any bamboo shoots? Actually, we only have porn shoots here.
No. But yeah, so and apparently Chatsworth is like porn capital of the world.
Chatsworth?
Chadsworth.
I thought it was like the valley, like Tarzana and like Woodland Hills and shit.
Yeah, I mean it is, but from everything I've heard,
Van Nuys. Vannies.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
It's pretty sketchy over there.
North Hollywood. It's everywhere. Yep. I mean, when I used to go to this Costco in Burbank, like North Hollywood, and I would definitely see. Like I was like you.
I saw a porn star when I was on tour out here. Actually, it was in 04 or 05. Whenever we were out here, we were out here for like 3 weeks. Her name was the one name that I saw her as, and I'm not sure. I was told by someone that she went by numerous names.
Oh,
Alice in Chains, like the band.
Oh, that's a great name.
ALLYSIN. She was like
Alice in Chains.
Like a small
little firecracker.
The young child. That's fucked up. That's not.
What?
Because she's a porn star. She's not actually a young child. She's.
Oh, I thought you were saying the firecracker. I was like,
no,
I don't.
Firecracker
wow. I was
for
like,
sure.
oh man, I hope I didn't.
You've offended me. I am now.
I was like, I don't know what that
You've known me. You've known me for what? Half your life now.
Yeah. Maybe more than that. Actually,
you just offended me.
Yeah, I might have. It's pretty bad.
You've never offended me before.
That's pretty bad.
It's a fact. That's a story. Anyway, so I saw her in a Target.
That's pretty
in
great.
like Calabasas.
So that is actually pretty badass.
Yeah, she was just shopping.
So the porn stars that I met,
She didn't look that good
if
either.
they were, I don't know. I don't know who they were, like what their role was, but there were definitely people that all knew each other. Like,
Right.
and
But whose party was it?
it was the guy who like lived there. He was in town.
And he was a known pornographer?
No, he was the investment guy, and he rented his place out for these.
And she was
film
owing
shoots.
money all around town, including to known
Like,
pornographers.
So many.
And that's cool.
So many
That's
pornographic figures.
Figurines,
but everybody
like
was,
action figures.
Everybody was like super cool, and I met this random girl who like was really cool too, and she had her own business, and she was like, "Hey, let's hang out sometime." So I ended up hanging out with her, and we met up somewhere, and then she was like, "Here, just like get in my car, and we'll drive, we'll like go somewhere." So I was like, "Where was OJ? Where's like OJ stuff?" She's like, "Oh, I'll take you right by there."
Damn.
That was the first thing I wanted to see. Like I was like, "Where's OJ? Where's OJ stuff?
Where'd OJ live?
Where'd OJ live?
Hey, you
Where
take
did
me
they-
over
where were
there,
they on
OJ.
Bundy?
They
Where'd
were
go
up
down?
top at Bundy.
Were you over at Rockingham, sir? I was over at a Bundy. I went over to Bundy's.
I made it
If you're from-
abundant clear.
If you're from Baltimore, you say,
A
"Yeah, they were over on Bundy's."
You Bundy's?
Bundy's.
Yeah, Ted Bundy's lane.
Al Bundy's. Al Bumbry. Do you remember Al Bumbry?
Who? Yes, I know the name. What was
the
he?
bat. He was like the hitting coach for the Baltimore A's. Is it the Baltimore A's?
Speaking of which, prepare the delay machine.
Mm.
Because it is now the Balmer Minute.
No, let's just do come on.
I'm on.
Tell her.
9 odors.
Up top.
Ned.
Tell her.
Asshole.
I mean the guy.
Well, asshole.
I mean the guy was a jerk.
Well, at any rate. It's the Balmer Minute. Actually, there's a bunch more. But a young Joe
fat.
had to get
Lock.
Rosie.
Lock. Here's the deal.
Balmer Minute, everybody.
What do you got?
Brought to you by Luskins.
Brought to you by Al Bumbry.
Brought to you by Al Bumbry's
And
Drug and
Luskins.
Sundry.
We've got you covered.
And Luskins. You can watch the fireworks over top on every 4th of July. You can watch
Hey,
the fireworks
Lussies.
up top on Luskins for 4th of July. It's great. It was a great time. I did it out. We did it every year. Anyway,
Those were great works.
recently we discovered that John is not a very big baseball fan.
So we are talking O's. We're talking baseball.
So we're definitely going to talk about the O's.
Homer
But you need to.
and
I need to address that with you because we're not going to release
about the
that.
baseball.
Yeah, you need to tell me what you told me last time about it.
Well, here's the deal.
Rosie.
Lock. Here's the deal.
This is a here's the deal moment. I don't like baseball anymore. I don't like it at all. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to hear anything about it.
So we're going to talk about baseball every day.
Unless there's some cute shit like somebody flipping a bat and everybody getting bent out of shape.
Fuck that guy.
I think it's all good.
Dude, Joey Bats.
Joey Bats.
That's not a
babe.
really good character to be named after.
It should be Josie Bats.
Like, I assume that there's a reference to Billy Bats in that. And that's
Really?
not a good character to be referenced because that guy bit it hard, man. He
It's
got
pretty bad.
murdered, and that was bad. So you can't be going around and calling yourself Billy Bats, you know?
It's not appropriate.
That's my advice for the day. If you don't take anything else away from this episode, I want you to take away that you should never go under the nickname Billy Bats because
Billy
it is
Bats.
not going to end well for you.
Oh, what?
It won't.
That's bad.
It's just not going to
I
end
mean,
well.
it is pretty.
Am I wrong?
bad. No,
We're
I
gonna
wouldn't even
split
doubt it
hairs
for a
here?
minute. I would say under no circums.
Under absolutely no
Under
zircums.
absolutely.
So since we
no
found out that
zircums.
John doesn't like baseball,
I hate
we're
baseball,
gonna
I'm
talk
sorry.
about
I just
opening day.
Hey, Sammy Sosa.
Boom. From now on, I'm just gonna wear all O's stuff.
Odors.
It's almost time though,
Odors.
isn't it? Abril 4th coming up.
Odors.
Odors.
And then an embryo.
I'm so good at googling. I really want to do that Google shop, dude.
Kev, you gotta get a Google storefront page.
Let's go get a Google storefront. I'm gonna look it up. How much a
Google
Google
Commerce
storefront
page?
would be
So,
on
are you-
Hollywood Boulevard.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm getting good at that, bro. Pretty soon I'll need this little screen right here.
That'll be so nice.
O's schedule.
Well, at any rate,
Well, at any rate.
Alan Dershowitz. Alan. But did you have something to say about those odors?
No, I don't. I'm just fucking with you. I just wanted
Okay,
to
well
bring
then
up that you don't like Oreos.
I'm ready to, move on from that.
Well,
The fact end. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I'll tell you this, man. I think I say this probably every time. Russell Westbrook, best player in the NBA.
Yeah, is he on? Is he on right now? What's the
Yeah,
score?
but I paused it because there's some shit I saw that you need to see.
Oh, okay. The only other thing I really wanted to talk about right now.
What?
2 other things.
What, Google?
4 other things.
The fact that we had a guest?
We had a guest and it did not work out.
I don't know,
we're gonna stay away from having guests for a while.
No, that's not true.
Actually, that's not true at all.
We would have so many guests.
He would have been great if he just wouldn't have got,
There was some deal there.
Wouldn't it be terrible if we just like
This person was not able to share their
We love him though. He's an awesome
dude. Yamo,
He's an awesome dude, and it was good to see him. It's been a long time. I said, "Yo, mi amo."
So
I just wanted to get over the fatty natty tourney real quick.
Oh goodness, of course.
Final foe.
Couple of foes.
Couple.
Who you got winning this all?
The whole deal.
Who you got? Stu, you got.
I think I keep coming back to Oklahoma. But
you got to talk about the buddy, man.
It could be any of them. I just feel like it's going to be Oklahoma. Abigail's bothering me again. If you got to throw up, sweet girl, you got to throw up. Just
it's
go
all
throw
good.
up.
She's all good. Buddy Hield, man. You can't deny
Get it out.
You can't deny it.
No, he's pretty good, dude.
Like he's
got an awesome story too. I never really knew that.
Awesome. How could you not like that guy?
He came from like the Bahamas and stuff, and like
he's the fucking man.
His mom lives with him or something, or like
dude,
dude, it's crazy stuff. Yeah.
If I'm in the NBA,
I think
I have a chance to take him, and I don't. I'm saying at any position, at any draft order pick or whatever, I would look at Buddy Hield.
Yeah. Who's the dude in LSU? Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, right?
I got to see him like 3 times.
Is he worthy of a number 1 pick?
Different years. Yeah, he definitely is.
You think he's gonna go? You think he's gonna go first?
No, he might not. He'll probably go second, actually. Well, it depends on who gets the first pick and what their need is.
True.
If the Lakers get the first pick, they're definitely taking Ben Simmons.
Yeah, they openly want him.
Yeah.
Or at least anyone around the team is saying that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean.
Do you think they get rid of Byron Scott next year?
Honestly, man, they probably will.
I think they will, and they should bring in Thibodeau.
I don't think it's fair. I
I was just gonna say I don't think they.
I think it's total bullshit to Byron Scott.
Yeah, but he's not really doing a good job with the young players, and that's the thing.
Look what he has to work with.
No, I know, but the whole point is he's treating the whole situation in a detrimental way. They're saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because of how he handles the kids and what he says about them and what he does with them, he'll bench them instead of letting them play. And obviously this season's been all about Kobe being all busted and ready to retire. Probably should have retired last year.
Yeah, he should have.
But he's doing this for a reason. He's getting his accolades.
Yeah, he had to do the goodbye tour.
He's getting all the amenities.
All those amenities.
He's getting all the amenities.
Boy, that was great.
So I'm thinking Oklahoma. I'm gonna pick Oklahoma. Why not? The rest of my picks were wrong. So
I don't know. It's so crazy because I feel like all of these teams are just on this roll. Like each one of them has this unique role and momentum behind them.
Yeah, that's why they're there.
Really interesting. Mm-hmm. Like each one of them.
I will say
Syracuse,
I don't believe
who was saying, "Oh yeah, Syracuse in the final." But yeah. No.
I will say that.
Good girl.
Syracuse, I wouldn't be surprised if A, Syracuse won, B, UNC lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know those are 2 different things to say.
Like
and by
UNC,
one, I mean
like UNC.
Syracuse winning the whole thing. That wouldn't surprise me.
I mean,
why not?
They're just on a roll. They have good
why
players.
Not?
They always
and Boeheim's a good coach, man. That's what it comes down to.
He's a great coach. He's got the whole Bernie Fine or whatever. Was that the guy's name, Bernie Fine?
Yeah, I don't know.
Something like that.
We need our interns.
Coach.
Almost went an entire episode without our talking about our interns.
Serna. Well, this is probably Felipe Serna's. He's 10th straight absence.
Yeah.
So
He hasn't shown up yet.
well, no. I mean, he's been here, but not when we need him.
Please.
When we say, "Oh, look, hey, look, here's a deal. We need this information, or we need this."
Hey.
Look, here's the deal.
I'll tell you this, guys. I'll tell you this, folks. Felipe Serna, that is a good human being. Let me just tell you, that is a good egg.
Dude, we don't. I'm telling you,
Felipe
just
Serna
like we
is a
were
good-
just like we were saying
guy.
earlier, you never know about someone's personal life or home life. You never know. Felipe Serna, for all we know, since we never even knew him at work, for all we know, he doesn't even exist.
Well, but I spent some time with him away from work, and the guy was. I mean, he's a great guy. He's a
Had to
great.
get up and
He's
go
a
to
college.
college.
I'll tell you who I would love to get on this show is Garris.
Gareth,
Garris.
do you think he'd agree to come on this show?
Yeah, I think definitely.
Maybe we should make him our next guest.
He's got some great stories, man.
As long as he's willing to tell them.
He's really has some.
We had a
good
great
stories.
guest
He's
lined
got
up. He just
great
didn't want to
stories
tell
from
any
the political
stories.
Trail. He's one of these like campaign.
Oh,
leaders.
that's awesome. We
He's
definitely need
done
to get him.
all
in.
these different campaigns.
Because the other thing I
and,
wanted to say is that I registered Democrat today.
Oh, okay.
I hated it. I really didn't want to do it. No, don't
Why did you
congratulate me.
want
It's
to
terrible.
Why?
Because the system is fucked, and we're put in a
So
position
you had to register as Democrat in order to vote for Bernie.
in order to vote for Bernie over Hillary, and that's why I'm
Really?
doing it. Yes. Because this is the primary, man. He needs every vote he can get. You got to get out there and vote. I've been an independent since I registered when I was 18. I was like, since I was, I remember when. But yeah, dude, that's the whole deal there. Wait, can't you vote at 16?
Mm-mm.
Why did I think that?
18, I think. Conscription.
Oh, what? Prescription?
Conscription.
Oh, conscription.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
I think it's like you're forced to do military. So, like register for the fucking
no.
draft or whatever.
Conscription?
I think so.
It's a great word.
Isn't that a great word?
It's great. No, I know it's a word. I just caught me off guard. I didn't know what I mean.
Conscription.
Conscription.
It was
If you know what the word conscription is,
Google us.
and you're still listening,
Google face us.
Google
immediately.
us.
There is.
Well, anyway, yeah. To wrap it all up, I feel it's the only thing I can do to have a say in this ridiculous election, and our system is, like I said, fucked and broken to the point where we only have two options, the red or the blue, and we need a whole spectrum of options.
Well, what if Trump
we need the
says-
Roy G. Biv.
Well, what if Trump says, actually,
Trump, dude.
I'm not going to be.
Did you hear what he
conservative.
just did with
I'm not gonna be
abortion?
Republican. What happened?
Did you hear what he just did with the abortion thing?
No.
He
what did
just
say?
made comments the other day about how if a woman has an abortion, she should be punished for it and all this other
What?
bullshit. Yeah, and that the
Really?
yeah, and then so he
That's.
And so he backed
I
this-
don't know about that.
No, he
that's-
definitely said that,
Man,
and then
why would he say that?
no, but then the next day he backtracked and he was just like, "Oh, I wouldn't say that the woman should get punished," and he's like, "I think the doctor should get punished," and then it just turns into this. It turns into this whole thing where he's just mealy mouthed, just talking around, and he's just saying one thing and then taking it back, and saying another thing and taking it back, and it's just like throwing shit all over the place and seeing what sticks.
I mean, they all do that. That's the thing.
No,
I mean,
but he's
they-
doing it at a rate and at a level that's never been done before in American politics.
I don't know, man.
Dude, some of the stuff this guy has said
I think
is absurd. Absurd. Just the fact,
I think.
I mean,
don't
there's
know,
so
I'm not gonna
many
say-
things.
I don't want to say any. I don't know. I don't want to inflame passions in any rate in any of our listeners, but
oh, I do.
don't.
That's the whole
I don't
point.
think it's. I don't think it's.
you gotta be
I don't think it's
passionate about it.
beneficial. I don't think it's beneficial for the United States if Donald Trump is the president. I think
I
it's
agree
probably
100%.
negative in the worldview is what I
Yeah,
would
dude,
say.
it's terrible.
I think people are probably looking from around the world saying, and you got that guy fucking running, and then, we're like, who else are we supposed to pick? And it's like, oh, you got Hillary or Bert. And it's like, yeah, we're not in a good place.
We aren't. And Hillary, dude, Hillary is
Hillary's
borderline
the biggest
evil, man.
She's the biggest
Like,
flip-flopper.
I'm not
going
gonna go out there and
Bernie's
say
a
she's evil.
socialist. Trump's is a maniac and a fucking lunatic. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't even matter.
What do you pick out of those?
Yeah, at this point with Trump,
What
it
do
doesn't
you
even
pick out of
matter
those?
what he did as a businessman or any of that. What matters is that this man is unhinged. He's like unstable. He's not fit to be president.
He's not.
He's not. And also just the fact that he's never held an elected office before. Not that that is a requisite. It's just...
Yeah, I mean, I really do think the one positive for Trump, in my mind, that would be that he would probably hire really, really good people.
That's what my brother said. And look,
I really do
get
think
that, but at the same time, this is the man that is going to be dealing with foreign leaders, with other countries, with
think about
trade
this. What if they all
negotiations,
go,
with
"Look, dude,"
treaties and
they go,
war.
"Trump."
And dude, it's bad. It's a bad look.
What if they say, "Okay, Trump, here's the deal. Here's the real deal.
Lock. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal. You just got elected. This is a problem. You're too out of control. So here's what we're going to do. It's much better if you send the person who's, the foreign relations minister everywhere. You send everybody but you. You send...
Yeah, but he can't
You have
do
no
that.
presence.
He can't do that. He's the
I know.
president, man.
He has to. I
The
know.
president has to go and do these things. And like that's the dude, can you imagine him trying to deal with anything?
Russia?
Yeah, Putin or
Well, he likes, I
China
guess
or
they're, like,
North
chummy.
Korea. Like he's going to incite some pretty heinous shit with North Korea. I guarantee you that's going to rear its
they're
ugly
gearing up
head.
for it, man.
That's what
I
I'm
mean, I think
saying.
That's what they might be doing.
And
that. I don't
the
know.
bad part is that Trump would be like, "Oh fuck yeah, nuke them, send a whole bunch of."
But that's the thing.
Bombs
Trump's gonna
over
go,
there.
"Fuck you! I'm gonna do this to you
And
immediately."
that's not good,
Punitive
man.
damage,
We can't do
punitive.
that. That's the whole point. You can't.
He's gonna exacerbate every fucking scenario.
This will not stand, This aggression will not stand, man.
The Sandman.
Enter the Zand
Mr.
Man.
Sandman.
Enter the will not stand man. That was beautiful.
That's a great
job.
track.
First, you gotta do the trumpet shuffle.
Fuff. The kerfluffle shuffle.
So, at any rate, we're all political.
well,
now.
anyway,
That's probably
the whole
time
point was I'm going to be registering.
for
I
Bernard-
already
for Bernard.
registered, and I'm registered Democrat, and I hate it. It makes my blood boil, but I got to do it because it's the only way that I can say, hey, I did my part. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about saying, hey, I did my part. It's just to make me feel somewhat at peace with the whole thing, because it's like, look, I went and I voted in the primary, which is all I can do, and then I'm going to vote in the natty election. Even if he's not running, I'm still going to write in Bernie Sanders because it needs to happen, man. It's got to be done. Anyway. Anyway.
Now, but let me ask you this: what do they do with people who give write-ins that, just have no? I mean, do they just assign it to that write-in, even though there's only two candidates?
Like, what if someone?
Or do they say, "Oh, well, you voted for this candidate; it now goes to that party"?
No.
How can that be though?
It doesn't work that way, because it's not supposed to work that way.
Yeah, I'm sure
It's
it's not.
supposed to go for. So if I write in Abigail,
Yeah.
that vote needs to go to Abigail.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Did she mess it up?
No.
You know what I'm saying? That vote, Abigail. I think I might even do that. I might write Abigail in this election.
Call her Apple.
Call her Applegail.
Applegirl.
I'm gonna vote for her in this election. Abigail 2016.
I might vote for.
Photoshop a picture of her on Abigail Adams.
I'm gonna vote for Coney Early. Coney.
Coney. Like the guy from.
Coney, who works at Sony and always eats at Shoney's.
I'm a brother Seamus, like an Irish monk.
All right, let's bring it all in, and the music will cue right now. And we're gonna say thanks. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Thanks for listening. And if you're still with us, that's great.
Thank you.
That's great.
Hey, thank you.
We are the
Daddy,
Sportstronauts,
thanks, Ian.
and I forgot to, dude.
Don't call me Tim Papa
This is the
Dankson.
first time I forgot to say in the beginning of the episode, coming live and direct from Hollywood, California, and Hollywood Studios in Hollywood, Orlando, Florida.
Thank you, please.
Hollywood, California, and Hollywood Studios in Hollywood, Orlando, Florida.
In Hollywood, Orlando, Florida. Thank you, please.
But anyway, thank you.
But it's been a great.
Well, and anyway,
It's been
and we're gonna
so
leave
great.
you with a cacophony of sound drops that are dripping wet.
Drippy.
I'm Wayne. Thank you guys. Up top, Ed, Evil, and
Like an Irish monk.
Great cash. I'm more excited for a free chicken sandwich than a win. That's what it looked like.